Okay, so this short video is going to show you the Excel methodology for the Var calculation. What I've done here, we have our our daily expected return, because we're dealing with daily valuation. This is the daily variance or daily risk. Down here I'm converting it to a year, taking the year and multiplying it by 252. So we're just taking the daily return and multiplying it by 252. And then our risk is the daily volatility multiplied by the square root of 252. And then what I want you to do, and I've just roughed it out here, but you need to put together a nice, neat, detailed table that's showing for each one of the portfolios what the 30-day estimate annualized return and standard deviation is going to be. So those are just these numbers, and then compare them to your forecast's return and standard deviation that's going to come from each one of your Sharp Optimal or portfolio evaluations. So we have our Sharp and our three-factor based on the EG methodology. So I do want to see that table nice and neat. I'm going to come to our year-to-date evaluation. These are my stock returns through September 10th. I've just converted them here from being vertical to horizontal. Doesn't matter that they're equations or not. So my return for a given portfolio is going to be the actual returns over the period multiplied by the weights of the portfolio. So my IBM weights, this is my first portfolio: Sharp MM, Sharp 3-factor, Sharp EG, Sharp MM EG, and Sharp 3-factor EG. So we're just doing, again, some product of this column and then the same representative column and on the other tab. Over here would be this one for the first one, the second, the third, etc. So that gives us our annual return. We're going to start the year off with $100,000, so that's my $100,000 there. And to find the value of the portfolio, it's just $100,000 times the actual year-to-date return for each one. Now our VAR calculation is going to come from our return sheet down here. This is our daily expected return. This is our daily variance. So we're going to use the 5% VAR. We're going to take the daily return and multiply it by 30, and that gives us 30 days, minus 1.64, which is a critical value for 5%, times the variance, times the square root of 30, because we've got to move a daily variance into a 30-day variance, and then we multiply it by our current value of our portfolio, and this becomes the VAR as we move forward. So over the next 30 days, there's a 5% probability of losing at least $1,634. And on the Sharp and the Sharp MM, a little more volatility, and the Sharp 3-factor, fair amount more volatility. Notice we're getting a little higher return here, but not as good of a risk profile. A little bit lower return, a little lower risk, a little higher return, about the same level of risk in terms of the 30-day VAR. So this is the basic VAR calculation. It's answering a very simple question: over the next 30 days, with a 5% probability, how much am I likely to lose as a minimum? And these are the values based on the 30-day return. So that's your VAR calculation. Again, I don't want to see a sheet like I've built here. I want to see a nice, efficient table that's being laid out and included in your analysis. And again, focus on the analysis part, please. So that's step 3. Our next step is going to be working with evaluating how well our portfolio did over the future 30 days. So from September 11th, we add 30 onto it. And we're also going to set our hedge position up here using S&P 500 E-mini future contracts. All right, thank you very much. Look forward to the next video.